If you really want to understand women's behavior, you have to understand the pressure they live under. Not the big dramatic kind, the constant low-grade pressure that's just there every day. Most women grow up learning pretty quickly that when they walk into a room, they're being evaluated. Their body gets noticed. Their tone gets interpreted. Their reactions get judged. So they start adjusting. They adjust how they dress. They adjust how friendly they are. They adjust how direct they're willing to be. Too warm, and it might get read as interest. Too cold, they're labeled a bitch. Too confident, and they're intimidating. Too agreeable, and people walk right over them. There's this invisible tightrope women are expected to walk, and most men don't even know it's there. Women also learn early that pushing back on men can get complicated. Sometimes the consequences are small. Awkward tension, social blowback, being labeled difficult. Sometimes they're not small. So a lot of women learn to manage situations instead of confront them. They soften things. They smile when they're uncomfortable. They laugh when something isn't funny. They decline things sideways instead of straight up. That's not manipulation, that's survival. A lot of women move through the world constantly reading the room. They're watching tone, posture, distance, mood. They're feeling out the emotional temperature because they've learned things can flip fast if the wrong guy takes the wrong thing the wrong way. Over time, that becomes automatic. Women get really good at smoothing things over, keeping situations calm, managing tension before it blows up. But that skill costs something. It means carrying emotional responsibility for situations they didn't create. It means constantly asking themselves, how honest can I actually be right now? And when women do finally say something directly, when they stop smoothing it out and just say what bothered them, they often run into the same response. You're overreacting. You are too sensitive. Relax, it was just a joke. So the message becomes clear. Keep it light, keep it polite. Don't make it a thing. If men actually want a world where women feel relaxed around them, a few things have to change. First off, men have to own their reactions. Women shouldn't have to manage male frustration, male attraction, or male ego just to keep a conversation calm. Self-control isn't a favor women owe men. It's basic adulthood. Second, men need to learn how to hear discomfort without immediately getting defensive. When a woman says something felt off, the knee-jerk response is usually explaining why it wasn't a big deal or why she misunderstood. But the second you do that, the conversation's over. Just listen. Third, men need to stop treating friendliness like it's an invitation. A lot of women are just being normal human beings, polite, open, social. When basic friendliness gets turned into sexual interest, it forces women to start guarding every interaction. Friendliness should just be friendliness. Fourth, men need to understand the power they carry in certain situations. Most men are physically bigger. Most men are socially allowed to be more blunt or aggressive without consequence. That doesn't make men bad, but it does mean awareness matters. Back up a step. Respect boundaries. Take no for an answer without pushing. Those small things change the entire vibe of a room. And finally, men need to make space for women to be direct. A better world for women isn't one where they become more careful. It's one where they don't have to be careful all the time. Where a woman can say no or disagree or say that bothered me, and the whole interaction doesn't suddenly turn hostile or weird. When that pressure lifts, something shifts. Women stop managing the emotional temperature of every situation. They stop calculating every word. And instead of navigating men, they can just talk to them like people.